Good morning, I'm Matthew Johnson from Acre Wood Rally. We are at Park Expose, day 2 of the event. Last night, things got dark and got dusty and got interesting. Unfortunately, I'm here to report that we lost one of the top 3 contenders due to a mechanical DNF last night. So Antoine Lestage is not joining us for day 2 of the event due to a gearbox issue. He simply was pulled over on the side of the stage on stage 4 last night. So, as I said yesterday, we had a nice, good beginning to the action. We've got some good battles in two-wheel drive. We've got some good battles in open lights class. We've got some good battles in super production. And we've got a really good battle going for the overall win of this event. Speaking of that, let's see if we can grab David Higgins from the Subaru team, see what he's got to tell us about his plans for day 2 and how he's going to retake the lead from Ken Block. Ken Block right now has about a 20-second advantage. So let's head over here and see what, is it 20? I should have looked at my timesheet.
18.
What is it? 18. You see how important those 2 seconds are?
We've won rallies by less than that margin.
Actually, last year, between you and Lestage, what was the difference in this rally?
I think it was 17 or something like that.
Oh, it was 17. I thought it was more narrow than that. So, how did day 1 play out for you? Are you sitting where you expected to be? Is the pace faster, slower? You know, what do you feel about the rally?
Yeah, no, yesterday was a solid day, really. We didn't have the best first 3 stages, but in saying that, it wasn't terrible. And we tried a softer tyre that we've never used before, which worked great in testing, but just the road was so hard underneath, and I think we just generated too much heat into it too soon, and we blistered the tyres. Second group of sayers would have been really good, but the dust last night was horrendous, and because we were taking, like on the long stage in particular, we took 50 seconds out of Holovic, that we were running with only like a 1-minute window, and Ken behind, because Anton had retired, he had a 4-minute window for the 2 stages. So we did lose heavily with the dust last night, but in saying that, our strategy was never to try and be first on the road for today, because it's a bigger day, there's a lot of loose, but we are further back than what we would have liked to have been. But in saying that, it's a long rally and anything can happen still, but Ken's at a hell of a pace, especially on the faster stages. His times are going to be pretty much impossible to live with, really. But if we can keep some pressure on and see how it goes on the more technical stuff today, we'll see how it pans out.
Like I said yesterday, the drivers definitely have a strategy to do with the loose or the dust. It's like choose here. You're going to run on the loose and not have as much dust, or run in the dust and not on the loose. Last night definitely would have been more advantageous to be on the loose stuff and not have to deal with the dust. Today, David's strategy is to not have to be the one sweeping the road and not have to, obviously with the wind today, the dust is not going to be as big of an issue.
Yeah, I think the dust will only be a problem when it comes to the night time again, because the weather always tends to calm down a little bit at night time. But obviously that's only the last 3 stages. We've got a lot to do before we get to that point, and you know, the rally could be, the gaps could be too big or too small. If it's a battle going into the dark, then you know, I could have pushed a lot harder last night in the dust, but when Anton had retired, we've got to look at the bigger picture as well and make sure we get points. So there was no point taking a huge risk when you couldn't see. But obviously, if it came down to the last 3 stages of the night and there was dust and we're in for a scrap, then I'm keeping the foot pinned. It's simple.
David, definitely not scared to keep her pinned. Thank you, David. We'll check in with you at service. All right, good luck. Awesome. As you can see here at Park Expose, a ton of local folks get to come out and see the event. In fact, let's see if we can grab one of them. Have you guys been here to see the event before? No, it's your first time out? How did you hear about it?
Live in this area, and so you're going to hear about it.
Yeah, you definitely hear about it being in the area. Cool, well, nice to have you. I hope you enjoy your day. All right. Cool, let's cruise around a little bit. How's my audio? Did it work with this? Okay, good. We're going to have to slip around the back here and see if we can get around to access a few of the other cars. Yeah, let's see if we can grab Leo again. I'd love to know how Leo's evening turned out. Is Leo here yet?
Not yet.
No, Leo's not here yet, so we'll have to get him in a little bit. We haven't spoken to Adam Yeoman yet this event. Here he is up here with Evan Cline. Let's check in with both of them. Adam and Evan, can we have a word?
Yeah.
So you see this guy smiling right now. I don't know if you can see Evan's actually smiling now. Is the car sorted out? Is the throttle issue fixed? Car ready for a strong day 2?
Yes, other than the dust last night, the car worked perfect. Last stage, I got my confidence back, which was really good going into the overnight because, ending the day without the confidence is really bad to start.
Oh, man.
Getting that confidence back on the last stage, really helped out. We're 4.5 minutes outside of third place, but I promise you we will be pushing for that podium finish. So it's going to be a full-out attack today, and we're just going to go for broke and hopefully get it. So.
I love it. I love that attitude. And Evan's got such a good point. Like, emotionally, as a driver, there's so many other things to deal with besides the fact that when you have a bad stage, you start feeling like maybe you're not a very good driver for a while until you're able to go out there and prove yourself and get a good stage time in. I'm happy for you that worked last night, and I'm happy to see you charged up about today.
Thank you.
Let's see about Adam. Adam, how was your first day?
It was good. We had a little bit of a slow start. We tried a bunch of new stuff in the notes, and so a little while to adjust to that. But went on the second loop and got used to it all and had some good times, and so I'm feeling pretty good.
Speaking of the notes, this event is a really big driver confidence thing with the notes because it's so fast. Do you feel like the adjustments you made to the notes are adding to your confidence and allowing you to really push through the super fast 5s and 5+?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the 5s are where we really changed the notes. So it was a little while to get used to them, but now that I'm used to them, I feel a lot more confident. I can push through those, and I think we're getting faster and faster, so it's good.
Can you give us an example of one of these notes? Are you starting to describe the length of the corner or the shape of the corner or how to attack it? Like, what's giving you that extra confidence?
I've always had problems with my 5s, and there's so many here, and it's where you can make up so much time that I just got rid of 5s altogether. And I've gone I've gone to fast corners, so a fast right or left instead of a 5, or an easy right or left instead of a 4+ or a 5-. And for some reason, just not hearing that 5 mentally, I can push so much faster through them.
Ah. Okay, fair enough. It's funny the tricks we use to kind of get rid of the way we anticipated something to be in the past and look at a new way of kind of relating to corners to allow you to get freed up and go faster. Cool. Well, we wish you luck today. Good job.
Thanks a lot.
All right, we'll see you. You got it. We see Lauchlin O'Sullivan's SP car. Second place to Travis Hansen. They've got the hood up there currently. I'm not sure what's going on exactly. Maybe we can grab Lauchlin really quick and see. Or not. Oh my God. See what Lauchlin's got to share with us. We never like to see hood up at Expose. What's going on?
Well, we've had a power issue all day yesterday, and they really weren't able to find out what the problem was with the tuner and everything. So what they did is they got the spark plugs closer, thinking that maybe it was getting blown out at the high end, because that's where our issue is, at the high end. And then we drove it over here, and it was sputtering the whole way, wouldn't clear up at all. So they're going back to the new plugs again, and hopefully we'll have at least the power we had yesterday.
Like I said before, you're seeing the backside of rally. Like, it's not easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it. Lauchlin O'Sullivan, everybody. He's on the charge today. He wants to go and challenge Travis Hansen to bring it back in super production, but they've got some car issues already. Hopefully they get those sorted out, and he's able to do well in these first set of stages. We'll see you out there. We'll be on stage 8 checking you out.
Cool.
Good luck.
All right.
All right. And I would love to find Joel Levac, since he had a bit of a crash yesterday. It looks like they really made the car come back. They've done a lot of nice repairs. The car looks as good as it's going to look. I don't know if it was a roll. They definitely went off the stage and hit something on the front end. We should grab Dillon and Chris really quick, and they're together over here in two-wheel drive. The guys leading the two-wheel drive category.
Oh, hey!
Hi, Louise. The rally dog.
Look at these guys sitting here hanging out. Chris in there trying to get into the head of Dillon, giving him a hard time. Go ahead and talk him out of catching him today. We see what you're up to. We know what's going on here.
Nah,
I can't. He's too good for that.
So we've got the two guys in slightly differently prepared Ford Fiestas chasing each other this all of yesterday and plan to do some more of this fun game today. What's your plan today, Chris, to stay ahead of Dillon?
We'll keep doing what we're doing. We're driving our car as hard as we can. Little Fiesta's just screaming. So we'll keep doing that. Hopefully Dillon keeps driving how he is and we'll be good.
So Dillon, what are you going to do to take over first place today?
I think being...
Sorry, I brought with
Hey.
Not going to drive or loves you and what is telling you all about their car.
It's in the blood of the video. Look, Here we go.
Seated where we are now, we'll have a lot better time trying to catch him, not catching dust, and that really messes us up in the night. So I think we'll keep doing what we're doing as well, but it'll work better today with no dust.
So I understood that there was a reseed last night, and then I've figured out today there was not a reseed. They kept the same order all night last night. So Dillon was a little further back in the order, and even when he was doing really well last night, he'd actually gradually have to go slower and slower as he's catching more and more dust from the car in front. So you're looking forward to be freed up from that today and put the hammer down. You say, what is this, around 300 horsepower car, this Turbo Fiesta now?
Yeah, well, it can be 300 horsepower. It's pretty undrivable. We have a little selector for the ECU, and we turn it down. We're running about on 270 just to make it a little more manageable. But
Hey, you want to show us where that switch is?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm kidding. Really? Yeah, let's see where Dillon's switch is. Whiskers is gonna not be stoked about this later.
this is a road mode. This is
Nice.
get the mic in there.
Yes, sorry. Here we go.
All right, well, this top selection is a transit road mode. It's about 250 horsepower, still pretty quick. This next selection is 270 horsepower. That's what we were running on yesterday. And this is the 300 horsepower, and then the last one is 300 horsepower, full anti-lag, just pretty much undrivable, but it sounds really cool.
So that last setting is the one to put on when you're coming close to spectator areas.
You guys want to see my cool switches?
You got cool switches?
Yeah, let's go look. Let's take a look.
Thanks a lot,
Yeah, no
Dillon.
worries.
We'll see you in a little bit.
All right, so we got a headlight switch.
Where are your switches?
Right here, that's it.
What's this one do?
Oh, that blinker, and I leave it on because it doesn't have a kickback. It was actually on. We were turning left. That's it.
There's no, but Chris.
No.
Chris.
Nope.
Chris.
Nope. That's
Chris, I don't understand.
no. I don't either.
Is this part of the R2 package,
Yeah,
or is
no,
this the
that's
Duplessis
it, that's
special
it.
package?
That's the R2 package. I think it's 170 horsepower, and that's it. You can't change anything. They do give you different resistors for the ECU for different fuel. So we're on 109, so that's the most power we can get out of it. And
But other than that, you have a turn signal and a headlight switch, and
that's right. We're good to go.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck today. All right. So we can hear Lauchlin and Sullivan's car getting started up there. Hopefully, when they leave Park Expose here, it'll be running right. Here's the trouble. When they go under that start-finish flag and head out to the stages, the crew is gone. The crew has checked out. They're not around anymore. And so if he's still got trouble, it's up to the co-driver and the driver to figure out how to get the car to run right. All right, Matthew Johnson here signing off from Park Expose, Day 2, 100 Acre Wood Rally. Next time we see you will be probably at the service or maybe one of the stages. We'll see.